Good day, everybody. Good day. This is your man Shannon coming at you again with another edition of You're So Witty. Hopefully everything's going good in your world, and if it's not, keep praying. I'm sure it will get better. Hey, got a subject for you today, and that subject is speaking your mind. Speaking your mind. Do you speak your mind? Now, most people will say, yeah, I speak my mind all the time. I see exactly what's on my mind. Do you? In this society that we in, we know when we say certain things, it's going to be scrutinized. You're going to be ostracized. Do we really speak our minds in every situation? Do we really say what we feel when everybody's looking and everybody's checking you out on what you think about something, whether it be on the job, whether it be in public, social media, whatever it is? Do we really speak our mind? Is it always needed that we say exactly, have an opinion on every subject, have an opinion on somebody or what's going on? Just one of those things. So today we're talking about speaking your mind. One question is, do you say what you really feel? Do you say what you really feel? Let's look at it. We got family members that we can talk to, and we can say exactly, especially if it's siblings or something like that, we can say exactly what we're talking about. But if somebody comes up and asks you, hey, what do you think about XYZ? Are you always open to just saying exactly what you want to say to them? Or do you, try and spare their thoughts on things? Or somebody asks you, it's refreshing to me to see people who speak their mind under any circumstance when pushed up against it. I worked with a young lady one time that no matter what you asked her, she told you exactly how it was. Yep. Told you exactly how it was. Even if she was wrong, she'd tell you, yeah. I said, did you do that? Blah, blah, blah. It could be something bad. She was like, yeah, I did that. You got to respect that, man. 100. It's something refreshing about it because you realize this person, they tell on themselves. They say exactly how they feel. So it's some form of truth, integrity about that I really could appreciate. And it actually taught me something. And so, I think at some place we just have to understand that, which brings me to the next part of this is there a proper place and a proper time to speak your mind? Is there a proper place and a proper time? Because sometimes we say it was the right thing to say, but the wrong time to say it. The wrong time to say it. Think about people who get mad, man. They just blast off, blah, 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 blah. And we feel like that. Y'all tell them how we feel, blah, 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 blah. And it might have been just the wrong time to say it. There's a time to say it when you need to right then. Now, don't get me wrong, but we're just talking in general. Is there a proper place and a proper, time to speak your mind? We all been around somebody who got drunk and just said exactly what they wanted to say. And they let it rip, Jackie. They let it rip. Now, after letting it rip, they come back and say, hey, y'all know I was just talking now. Y'all know I was just drinking and I didn't, mean that. No, you were drunk and your filter was cut off. And so you just said what's exact. That truth serum will make you say it, boy. And I've seen people do it, liquid courage. That's what they call it. So call it that for a reason. So is there a proper place and a proper time to say it? I would say, yeah, there's a proper place and a proper time to say anything. And sometimes, like I was alluding to before, sometimes you have to say it right there. They brought it to you right there, and you got to drop it on them right there. But then there's a time when maybe you can play chess and not checkers and say, you know what, I'm not going to say this right now. I'm going to hold up and wait. I've done that on the job before. Something was said. I wanted to say it right then, but I just held up. And then when the proper time came, I said it. And, it is what it is. Another good question is, would you rather somebody agree with you or tell you how they really feel? Would you rather somebody agree with you or tell you how they really feel? I want people to tell me how they really feel. Do you really? Do you really want somebody to tell you that, they don't like you? Can you really handle that? Do you really want somebody to tell you that, hey, the reason I keep telling you to call me back because I don't want you to call me no more. I don't want you to call me no more. Or I really don't want to go out with you again. It sucked. It was terrible. Do we really want somebody to tell us that? but then again, maybe somebody do want it. You know, would you rather somebody agree with you or tell you how they really feel? You know, a friend can tell you, if it's a true friend, will tell you the truth about a situation. And because you love them and they love you, you know they don't mean it from a bad place. Now, I'm not talking about a hater, because a hater will say some things to you that, you know, just will try to break your spirit. But we're talking about people who truly love you and you truly love them. You know, just keeping it 100. You know, hey, was I the best in that play? No, your acting skills need some work. You need to hone that skill. Hey, how did I sound when I was singing that song? I'm practicing for this show. When is the show? You got a while. You better figure this out, because that woo, boy, that was bad. You know, it's just a way to do it. It's a way to say it. But yeah, would you want somebody to agree with you or tell you the truth? I'd rather somebody tell me the truth than to have me go out and look like a total nut. You know, just something to think about. Another thing is, can you be respectful of somebody even if they're not your cup of tea? You know, are you respectful to people even when you know you don't care for them as a person too much? Say you just said, hey, I don't really care for that person right there. And all of a sudden that person ends up in front of you. Now, they didn't ask you, do you feel for them, how you feel about them. They're just talking in general. Can you still be respectful to them? Or are we going to be rude to them? I tend to say you don't have to be rude, as long as they're not being rude to you. But can you still be respectful? It's like a coworker or something that you know does good work, but you don't care for them as a person. If asked about it, hey, does this person do good work? Can you still say, yeah, they do hella good work? But, you know, no, it ain't no but in that. If you say they do good work, that's what it should be. They do good work. Now, if pressed up against it, how do you feel about them? Do you mind working with them? Now, that's where you might, no, I care not to work with them, though. I thought you said they do good work. They do good work, but I just don't want to work with them. Can you put me with somebody else? I don't think we would mesh good together. That's just being honest. It's speaking your mind again. So can you be respectful of someone who you particularly don't think they're your cup of tea? You know, I see people do it all the time. Smile, yeah, but they don't really care for the person. And it's good to pick up on that, because you might not care for them. You're not everybody's cup of tea, and everybody's not your cup of tea. Just what it is. Took me a while to learn that, though, because you think you can get along with everybody, but truth of the matter, everybody don't want to get along with you. And some people you just don't want to be around either. It's the way it is. Don't mean you don't care about them as a human being. You just don't want to spend your free time with them. Okay? You might have to work beside them in that cubicle or wherever you got to get a job done, because sometimes it's about getting the job done. It's about getting the mission accomplished. Then you go your separate ways. You know, you don't wish them no ill will, though. I wouldn't say that we should do that. But anyway, that's what we're talking about today. That's what we're talking about. Speaking your mind. And I would dare say, when the time comes and it's a proper time and place, we should all keep an open mind too. Speak our truth, speak our mind, say what we feel, and just get it out in the open. It's almost like a mental freeing of the spirit and soul and everything else when you can just be honest with them and with yourself. That being the case, that's all we got for you today. And I want to say this. If you like what you're hearing, we ask that you hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. And remember, always speak your mind, especially when it counts. And until the next time, remember, you too are so witty. God bless.